That's a nice tune. How do everyday musical instruments like the flute, drum, clarinet, and guitar produce sounds? In this lesson, we're going to examine the principles behind how different types of musical instruments are used to create music. Musical instruments are usually classified into three groups: wind instruments, string instruments, and percussion instruments. The first thing you should understand about music is that it is not just an art. It is also a science, and all the things we've learned about waves, and sound waves in particular, can be used to understand music. Now, sound is a wave, a mechanical, longitudinal wave to be precise. This means air needs to be set in motion for sound to be produced. This is done by different means, depending on the instrument. This may include blowing, striking, bowing, plucking, and so on. Let's examine each type of musical instrument and how these musical instruments generate sounds. Wind instruments are instruments through which a player blows to make a sound. Examples of this are the saxophone, clarinet, flutes, trumpets, and the mouth organ. They may have both ends open like in the flute, or just one open end like the clarinet. They make sound using a standing wave made from a column of air. By manipulating different openings on the instrument, a player can produce sounds of different tones and pitch. For the instruments with one open end, the closed end acts as a node while the open end acts as an antinode. These determine the fundamental frequency of the note being played on such an instrument. For instruments with both ends open, both ends act as antinodes. Check out our lessons on vibrations in closed and open pipes to learn more about these. A string instrument produces sound by setting the air around the string into motion. Examples include guitars, the piano, and the violin. The sounds produced by these instruments are amplified by the presence of mechanical constructions known as the sounding box in the guitar, violin, and cello, or the sounding board in the piano. This amplifies the sound produced by the strings by acting to bring the wave produced in contact with a greater surface area. They produce sounds of different frequencies by varying the length, mass, and the tension of the string. The length of the string on the guitar is varied by placing the hand at different places on the string. The strings are made of different thicknesses. Differing the thickness varies the mass of the various strings. The tension on a string can be adjusted by turning the tuning peg connected to it. Both ends of the string function as nodes for the vibration in the string. And you can learn more about the relationship between frequency, mass, tension, and length in strings alongside harmonics in our lesson on vibration in strings. Finally, we come to percussion instruments. These are instruments that produce sounds when they are hit, struck, or shaken by a beater. Examples include all kinds of drums, bells, xylophones, gongs, and even tuning forks. Drums have skins that set the air around them into vibration when they are hit with a stick or by hand. They also have tension rods or cords around the rim that allow the player to change the pitch of the note emitted by the drum. Xylophones, on the other hand, have wooden or metal bars that are set into vibration when they are struck. Bells and cymbals also make use of vibrating metals to produce sound. And that is a brief overview of musical instruments.